All right, today, 8th graders, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to get set up and get started with creating your thematic font sheet. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is this. We got a paper. It's 6 inches by 18 inches. If you can't and you don't have paper like this, you can use regular computer paper. Just cut it down a little bit smaller. I usually just say take about half of that. You're just going to have to change some of your measurements, but otherwise it should work out pretty good. So the first thing I want to do is this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to measure an inch down from the top. Okay? I'm going to go over here, measure an inch down from the top, and make a mark. Okay? So I got 2 marks on here. Okay? I'm going to take my ruler, and very lightly, I'm going to take that ruler, and I'm going to connect those 2 marks and draw a line across. Okay? All right, now don't make that line too dark. You can kind of see it, not the greatest. Oh, there it is. But you want to make sure that you keep it relatively light because you will be erasing this later. Now I want to do the same thing now, but this time with the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of flip this around, or this could be the top too, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and put a mark here, and I'm going to put a mark right here. Okay. Then when I get this done, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and make another mark. Okay, across here. So what I've got is this. I've got a inch on the bottom, inch on the top, okay, and 4 inches in here. Now what I want to do is this. I want to take this middle section here, you guys, because our uppercase letters are going to fit in between these 2 lines, but our lowercase are going to be halfway. So if we have 4 inches here, we're going to do halfway distance. We want to put one more line in here. It's going to be 2 inches down from this first line on the top. I'm going to put a mark there. I'm going to go 2 inches down right here. And this will be another line. If you want to make this one a dotted line so it kind of stands out a little bit more, you can. All right, I'm just going to kind of make this one a little bit more. All right, okay, and finish it off like that. All right, and there you go, okay? So now I have an area for where my uppercase letters can fit into, and then I got area for my lowercase, okay? Now, once we have this done, now we need an idea of what we want to do. So what I'm going to have you do is flip this over on the back side. We're going to do a little mind web here, a little mind map. I want you to put your name right in the middle here. Go ahead and put Mr. Carlson, okay? And I want you to have 4 spokes that come out of there, 4 little lines that come out, okay? Those are going to be kind of like the branches of a tree, if you will. So each one of these, I want you to put something that you like. One thing that I always think works really well is food. What's your favorite food, okay? You know, for mine, boy, I tell you, I love ice cream, okay? It's one of my sins. It sounds really good. I like cheese curds too, but we're just going to stick with ice cream. So I've got my ice cream right here. Other things I enjoy doing, I like to kayak. Okay. Let's see. Well, I do enjoy painting. That's kind of one of those things too. Other things that I like. You know, I don't mind. The mountains are kind of fun. I like going camping. You know, I'm going to put the fall. I'm going to put fall in here. All right, or autumn. So I've got these 4 things. Now what I want to do is this. I want to think about objects or items that I could draw that relate to each one of these items. So for example, with kayak, okay, you got your paddle, all right, you got your vest, all right, you got the kayak itself, but you got water, you got the river, okay. Oh, I could even put like lily pads, right? I could do cattails, because those are on areas where I go kayaking. I could put fish in here too. So I have all these items here, all these things I could use to kind of help create letters for my name. All right, painting over here, you got your palette. All right, of course you got brushes. All right, you got the paints. Holy cow! There you go. Got to learn how to spell here, Mr. Carlson. So I've got all these things that I could go ahead and put together for this. Now, once I have a pinpointed theme or idea for my letters, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to flip it back over here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I want to think about, all right, what can I do? I'm going to go ahead and do the kayak one. All right, so I'm going to take my first name, okay? First name, which is Derek, starts with a D. I'm going to do a capital letter. This first letter is going to fit in between these lines. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start drawing in things for my D. Now, what's nice is this. Students, if you have a computer, you can always look things up. I know clip art is a great way of kind of finding more simplified things to be able to draw. So you can always kind of check that out. Okay, I'm going to pause it real quick because I want to kind of. All right, we're back here, guys. Kind of got a little bit closer here so you can kind of see what's going on. So I went ahead and started kind of drawing in my kayak. I'm going to go ahead and kind of draw on this seat region through here. And if you don't know how something looks, like I said, going online, going on the computer is a great way of kind of figuring that out. All right, so I've got this right through here. I'm going to go ahead and maybe put like a little area back through here that has the bungee cord, so I can go ahead and keep things on here as well. That's perfectly fine. All right, so you want to go ahead and kind of think about that. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh boy. Let's see, maybe one on the front here too. We can go ahead and kind of add that. All right, so we got that. And then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do the paddle. All right, for the curved part of the D. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the ends of the paddles here. Kind of ring this around here like this. Make sure this is kind of consistent. All right, and you want to keep this relatively light, you guys, as well. Simply because of the fact that later on we are going to add ink, and we're going to go ahead and add colored pencil to this as well. Just kind of make this look a little bit nicer. All right, there we go. All right, so right now that's not bad. That's a pretty good looking D, okay? I might want to make this a little bit bigger too. Make sure I can actually fit inside here. There we go. All right, so I've got that, all right? So there you go. I've got the D. Then I want to move on to my next letter, maybe a lowercase e. This is where something that's longer, like, ooh, I'm thinking a cattail would be perfect for that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, loop this around. All right, kind of bring this around here like this. Boom. Okay. That is my E. All right. All right. And you're just going to keep going right down the lines using the theme, using those objects, using those things that we saw that can kind of help kind of solidify what you want to do for the letters of your name. All right. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you guys create.